My country people them. Today we dey talk about Anglophone marginalization inside Cameroon. The first thing na for define wetin be marginalization. Basically, marginalization na when you give preferential treatment for some people them and then you deny opportunity for another people them. So all man want for be treated fairly. We want equal opportunities them. But when you favor some one particular group of people and then you deny opportunity for the other group, that one they call them say marginalization. All man want for progress, all man want for succeed in life, want for do well in business or for go for school and for advance the social, economic and political relevance. So all we want influence in our communities. Now why that way? For our communities then we get what they call them say the elite. The elite, now people the way they don't excel, where they be successful, where they get money, they get title, they get fame, and they get influence in our communities them. Make we look back now to the elite of our people them since 1961, at the time where our people they be vote for join Cameroon for become one country. When I remember, Pa John Go Foncha, S.T. Muna, N.N. Mbile, Pa E.M.L. Endele, and of course, some other people that they were not the elite for our Anglophone community, where they become elite, not because of something where they do but because of their birthright. For example, if you come on from royal family, like the Anglophone family for Bamenda, or the Mukete family for Kumba, these ones them now big paramount chiefs them way, they get that name, they get that fame, and they get that wealth because they inherit them. I go come back for can talk about these elites them in the past, the Jongo Foncha, Estimuna, them Endele, Jua, and the rest. I go can't talk about them small time, but now make we look at the current elites where we get them inside the Anglophone zone and we examine how they become successful, how they manage for become the people the way they be, very successful, very famous, very wealthy, despite which way we Anglophones they call them say marginalization. Make we examine a few of the Anglophone elites the way we know today. So we go start with the Prime Minister, the head of government, Chief Dr. Dion Gute. And these people the way I go talk about them, now people the way they know inherit their influence. No mean because say their name is been a Foncha, Endele, Mbile, or Muna. No, these people they work hard. They come out from humble beginnings and they navigate the system, they climb the ladder for their professions, they go reach right at the very top. These kind of people them is fine when we study their backgrounds, we know their stories them so that we feel emulate them, so that we feel take their stories as examples them for also succeed in the same system. We feel use their stories and their lives and the examples them for also learn, for also navigate the system and for be successful just like them. So Chief Dr. Dion Gute is study now for bilingual high school for Boya, and then he get a law degree from University of Yaoundé, and then he travel abroad for Queen Mary University of London. He get a master's degree, and then he get PhD for Warwick University inside the United Kingdom. By 1980, he decided to come back inside Cameroon for serve the people them, and he teach for University of Yaoundé. He become a professor, and then for 1991. The appointee as the director of the Advanced School of Administration and Magistracy, where they call them say ENAM. And for 1997, President Paul Biya is appointee as the Minister Delegate to the Minister of External Relations in charge of the Commonwealth. And then after that, by March 2018, the movie sent out for special duties for presidency, while Minister Felix Mbayu he take his position as the Minister Delegate for External Relations. And then for January 2019, the Prime Minister, His Excellency Chief Dr. Dion Gute, he be appointed to lead the government. So now a small biography that. So now we move on to Momo. We get Minister Acha Rose Ngwari for Mundam, where he been a Minister Delegate at the Presidency in charge of the Supreme State Audit for Cameroon. He be born in Momo Division, Batibo Subdivision. He studied for Limbe for a primary school and then get the advanced level from Kambe, and then he gained admission for University of Yaoundé. He read law and then he enter ENAM. For ENAM, he studied for become a magistrate, and then he work his way up the career ladder until he be appointed the minister in charge of Supreme State Audit. My country people them, una bear with me. I know why I dey talk about all these people them. I dey still come for can explain for una the marginalization where it is still come.
Lesson number one, my country people, Dr. Weti. Listen, whether or not you accept, my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. We thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Minister Felix Mbayu na pikin from Old Town Bamenda, and since March 2018, he been the minister delegate to the Minister of External Relations in charge of the Commonwealth. So, as I don't already talk, the Bonnie for Mancon, he studied for primary school Big Mancon, Sacred Heart College for Mancon, Cas Bambili, and then he read law for University of Yaoundé, and then after that he enter for IRIC. He write the concours, he pass, he enter IRIC, and he get a master's degree for international relations. He don't hold plenty positions them inside the Ministry of External Relations for Cameroon, including for Tokyo, Japan, and the United Nations, and he becomes Secretary General of the Ministry of External Relations, and then after that, the appointee as the Minister Delegate to the Ministry of External Relations in charge of the Commonwealth. So now he background that. He study, he enter IRIC, and then he serve the country, he climb up the ladder, and then he become minister. Now we move on to Fako. We get Minister Nalova Liyonga. He studied for QRC Okoyong for Manfe. He get the A-levels for Cas Bambili. He go for University of Yaoundé, and then he studied for Sheffield University for England here, and then he get a PhD for America. He decide for come back for Cameroon for can serve the people them, and he become Vice Chancellor for University of Boya, and today he been a Minister of Secondary Education for Cameroon. Now a small story that the elites. Now for make una understand why I did talk about the elites in the Anglophone zone, when I listen for this video where it come out from 2018-2019, the Amber terrorists where they talk, na Kingsley Ebong, where he there for United Kingdom for here. And he be the control this gang of bandits inside Kupe Manenguba. At that time for 2018, they be sent a message to the elite of Kupe Manenguba, Minister Elong Paul Chair, and Elvis Ngolengole. When I listen,
especially for those who are in Kupe Manenguba and those so-called elites, today I am going to ban all of them to set their feet in Kupe Manenguba. As you come on board, please share this video. And then again, all the Anglophone elites, especially those from my own town, Kupe Manenguba. This I'm taking it very personal. Very, very personal, because they have crossed the red line. The banning of all the elites, the so-called elites of Kupe Manenguba. Elong Paul, you don't know me. Me and you will never ever meet. That I be the supreme commander for Bakosi One Touch.
I go talk them again. This allies for Kupe Manenguba, where when I hear their names, I don't read them out clearly. We fit forgive all, but I get two where will not be forgive them. Then when I hear the names again, Elong Paul Chair and Gole Elvis. I talk so what you?
Elong Paul Chair
and
Gole Elvis.
Now them don't stop our development for Kupe Manenguba. Now them take all youths for Kupe Manenguba their destinies, put them in their pocket. And I tell them again, say, wherever for Kupe Manenguba land, where they put their feet, whether not their family member, their wives, or now whosoever will concern them, any dance where we go dance, any song where we go sing, they go dance that dance. I repeat again, any song where we go sing, they go dance our dance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If they feel say they're strong, say they bury their placenta as they bury our own, make them come. Not be so.
Yes, sir.
Not be so.
Yes, sir.
so when I don't hear from the Amber terrorists them for 2018-19, that one, that the general idea and the general impression where the Anglophone civilian population, they beget them for 2018-19, at the peak of ambassador terrorism, the resentment against the elites of the Anglophone zone, they talk saying that the elites, they don't take away their futures, their opportunities, they marginalize them. Now my contribution, it be very important. Now why that way I can give you some of the biography and the background of these elites them, make we understand how they become elites in the first place. Now make we continue. Now we talk about Pa Fa Yengo Francis. All man know ye as Governor Fa Yengo Francis. Una know why? Now because he go for school and then he write concours, enter for ENAM, he study na administration, and then he get other plenty post them. He climb up the career ladder from a small clerk to a divisional officer to the SDO and then to the governor. He don't be now President Paul Biya governor of the central region, governor of the littoral region, governor of the northwest region. During the time for 1997, when Ayabacho Lucas and Ebenezer Akwanga, they be bomb places them for Bui, Momo, and Mezam, Governor Fa Yengo Francis be been at the governor of Northwest at that time. And even during the Lake Nyos crisis, he be been at the SDO for Menchum. So he don't see all, he don't do all, he don't serve the country. So they go for retirement. And then when this Amber thing a kick off, President Paul Biya bring it out of retirement, appointee for head the Disarmament Commission. So now it's small story that. That's how he became an elite. Now may we look at Pa Philemon Yang, the former Prime Minister of Cameroon and the current President of the United Nations General Assembly. They born him for 1947 for Jikijem, Oku, for Northwest Region. And then he studied for University of Yaoundé. He entered ENAM as well. He get master's degree for international law from the University of Ottawa for Canada and master's in business administration from the Century University in the United States. And then from there, he became the Vice Minister of Territorial Administration under President Amadou Ahidjo for 1975, became Minister of Mines and Energy from 1979 till 1984 under President Amadou Ahidjo and President Paul Biya. So now for 1984, after President Paul Biya come to power, they appointed as the ambassador / the High Commissioner to Canada, and he served for that position for 20 years from 1984 to 2004. From then now, he became Minister, Deputy Secretary General at the Presidency. And then from then now, they appointed the Prime Minister. And then today, he be now the President of the United Nations General Assembly. So now, Pa Philemon Yang, his story that it starts from humble beginnings. We also get Minister Paul Tassong, where they born him for Mongbi for Libya Lem. He enter ENAM, write the concours, he pass, he enter ENAM. And then he studied a tax inspection. And then for there, he climbed a career ladder. Today, he work now under the Minister of Planning, the Minister of Economy, Regional Development and Planning, and he be in charge of planning under that ministry. We also get Minister Asheri Kilo, when as Secretary of State to the Minister of Basic Education. He studied too for University of Yaoundé, and then for Leeds, for United Kingdom, and then he go back for Cameroon for go help for serve the country and for save the people them. He become a professor for Cameroon, and then he climbed the career ladder, and today he work for the Ministry of Basic Education. So we get plenty elites them, from even Aya Paul Abine, where when I go research his story, how he entered for ENAM, he studied magistracy, he climbed the career ladder, so he reached right at the top, he become a Supreme Court Justice. All of these people, them, they know they inherit their influence. They work hard for achieve those ones them. So we'll get plenty other elites them way. I know get plenty time for talk about all man. Of course, when I know Minister Paul Antanganji, where he studied business and then he be educated for Cameroon and France, he returned home for serving people them. He opened businesses them and financial institutions them. He joined politics, and today he been a Minister of Territorial Administration. You also get people like Minister Fu Callistus Gentry, where he study, he go book, he become professor, he teach, and then come on for day, he join politics. I believe they become parliamentarian, and then after that, the appointee, they work now under the Minister of Mines. I think he been a Minister of Mines. So make we go back, go talk about the elites, where they get their papa, their name, where they inherit their influence, where your name na Foncha, all man give you respect. Your name na Angwafo, your name na Mukete, you inherit something then, okay? No mean I say a bad thing for get inheritance. Me too, I dey prepare things then for living for my pikin, because inheritance, fine. Some of we will not be get the opportunity for inherit anything because our papa them, they not be being at the elites. But some people they born them with golden spoon, like the Munas, like the Angwafos, like the Fonchas, like the Endele them. So they are picking them today. When I would say, I'm saying they run big companies inside Cameroon. For example, the general manager for Pamol, for CDC, University of Boya, Bamenda, all of those big places. Them you go find people them like that way. They get their names, they get their influence, partly because of their papa, their elitist position them, because they inherit certain level of influence, they inherit certain degree of opportunities from their papa them. What about the ordinary person like me, like Clovis, like Beltus, like No Pity, like Shinarambo, like Lucifer, like the Amber Boy they did for Bush, the so-called Genardino, the so-called General Popo, the so-called Foolish Man 5-star for Chomba, the so-called Alaji for Bafut, the so-called General Kata, the so-called General Popo, General Lastborn, the ordinary Pekin, where he no get it own, he no get name, he no get fame, he no get influence, he no even get uncle, he no even get person where if he send it for school. How that kind Pekin, if he climb to the career ladder, he go become an elite. How that kind Pekin, if he challenge the system for reach the top. Now why that way I start this presentation? By telling Una about people them like Minister Paul Tassong, Minister Felix Mbayu, Pa Philemon Yang, Pa Yengo Francis, Pa Joseph John Gute. I start for tell Una their background story like Minister Nalova, like Minister Rose Acha Fomunda. I tell Una their stories them because I want make Una know the same process where them use them for climb that career leader for go be elite. That same procedure where person like me, person like Beltus, Clovis, Kawayanik, and even the Abba Boy for Bush, they fit use that same way. How they achieve them? First thing, they get education. Second thing, they write concours them. They enter, whether not for EMIA, for ENAM, for ERIC, and then from there, they join the civil service and then they climb the career ladder. Now, so many of them do them. Other one, they do them through business, like Minister Paul Antanganji, like Minister Fu Callistus. They go, they become professors, and they enter, they create businesses, they get influence, and they create influence through their success for business, and then they get opportunities, they enter government, and they climb the career ladder, and they became elites. They become very successful. Me and you, we fit achieve exactly the same. We fit follow the same way where all these people, they will come up for list their names them. How they become elites, how they climb the career ladder, how they succeeded against all the odds, how they do them. I don't explain them for Una by telling Una their backgrounds, how they manage for navigate a system where it no be built for them for succeed. Person like me, like the Kawayanik them, how we too we fit manage to achieve them. So before I be play Una video where it come out from Kupe Manenguba, where the Amber terrorists they be talk say Minister Elong Paul Che and Elvis Ngolengole they take away their futures. Those picking them where they be carry guns, they send stupid messages them for those Anglophone elites for Kupe Manenguba. What's are the day today? They don't kill them, right? But what's our Minister Elvis Ngolengole and Elong Paul Che? What's are the day today? They still there alive, right? They are picking the day alive. They study. They enter ENAM. They enter ERIC. So the people, the way they complain about marginalization, now themselves, they don't then marginalize themselves and then instead give more opportunities them to the people, the way they be claim, say they don't take away their opportunities them. I will give Una more examples. Make we go now from Koketunja. Una remember Mbashe Clement and Mbashe Sylvester, when a so-called General No Pity, Field Marshal Seb, Field Marshal No Pity, then be kidnapped the fund of Bambalang from Shumetang. They hold it for Bush for 1.5 years. Today, that same fund of Bambalang, now the president of the Northwest Regional House of Chiefs and also the vice president of the Northwest Regional Assembly. He get more positions, more influence, more powers. But what's that they No Pity Day? They don't kill him. Wosa Chinarambo Day, it don't surrender, it day for GDR Center. So the people, the way they be claim say they don't take their opportunities, they don't instead get more opportunities. And as a traditional ruler, you know they contest a position with no man. And when the fun of Bambalang, a one leave this world, it go hand over the title, the advantages, and the privilege of your position to ye picking them. But Wosa Mbashe Clement, ye picking the day to day. Wosa Chinarambo, ye picking the day to day. So when I see how we Anglophones them through our own stupidity and wickedness, we dey marginalize ourselves. We dey complain about something and then we dey do exactly that thing where we dey complain about. We dey torture ourselves, kidnap ourselves, marginalize ourselves and put ourselves in a worse situation than it be ever be. Now, make we enter inside Mezam. Senator Kemende Henry, who's I did today? Now so Amber they kill him, right? Now, Senator Regina Mundi, what happened? The ADF, Amber terrorists, under Ayabacho Lucas and Capo Daniel Dong Emmanuel, they kidnapped Senator Regina Mundi, right? The terrorists, they collect ransom. Now, Senator Regina Mundi, what happened? He left that position as senator? No. He's still there as senator. As a matter of fact, after the last senatorial election, he still retain his position. He still be na senator inside the same Cameroon. It is still enjoy the privileges and the advantages them. So what you wanna achieve by that? But the people, the way they be kidnapped Senator Regina Mundi, who's the day, who's a fang day today, will kill him, throw away their body for public square. Marginalization completed. May we enter from Dian. Pa Chief Dr. Dion Gute, the Amber terrorists from Dian the Bonnie House for December 2018. By the 4th of January 2019, President Paul Biya is appointed as the Prime Minister, head of government of the Republic. Ma tell you something. That big house, palace, where he built them for a village, for the position where he did for government today, if he build another one every year. So, when I don't take away your advantage, how? You picking them, they did them abroad, they did for big schools, them, a NAM, a RIG, a MIA, they do well. Tomorrow, now so these elites, they are picking them, they go so be elites. They go inherit privileges, inherit titles, they go inherit advantages the way when I shit no white blast inside village, where when I go burn their houses them, when I no go ever attain that position. But if when I be follow their example, go for school, maybe write concours, enter inside the service, maybe one day, when I do for climb the ladder, when I reach as elites like them. But today, when I opportunities a no day, and when I probability say when I go ever reach, who's our prime minister or the senators or the mayors, they don't reach, the probability na zero because when I carry check up from cry die guns, when I go for bush, they kumkumais una. Now, inside Momo, may we talk about Honorable Henry Francis. They go burn in house for a village. What it happen? Today, it not just been an Honorable Henry Francis, it been a Senator Henry Francis. It instead get promotion, sir. So wait when I don't achieve them. You begin to go school for Yaoundé. You begin to go enter a NAM, a RIG. They go climb their career ladder. They go become responsible people them in the future. That title we carry it comes with advantages. It comes with privilege. And they go use that advantage and the privilege for better the future for himself and ye picking them. Whereas you should know why last way when I the vex with ye. Time where he be the go school, go learn, go for South Africa, go get education, come back for Cameroon for can't serve the country. Who's how you be there? Who's how you be there? You know be go school. As a matter of fact, time when I carry that check out from cry die guns when I go for bush. Wait to be the first institution where when I attack them. Education for the Anglophone picking them. When I stop them, they no go for school. When I destroy their only way for climb that social and economic ladder, for climb for get positions of power inside government, inside society, for also get their own titles, for also get privileges and advantages. When I take those opportunities them away from Anglophone picking them, and then when I can begin cry about marginalization. So my message we are bringing for una once again, now say the marginalization we will be cry about for 2018, 2017, it is nothing compared to the marginalization way Anglophones they go experience them in the next 10 or 20 years. When I go see something, we Anglophones them, we don't marginalize ourselves more than anything where any person if of it ever do and for we. Una go feel the consequences now only in about 10 or 20 years' time. I promise una. At the beginning of this presentation, I'll be ask you a simple question. Make you ask yourself, say, since 2017 till today, the marginalization of Anglophones, it don't reduce or it don't increase. Now the question that way I be ask you. I hope say you don't get the answer to that question. Now, make I explain some things for una. Since 2017, what don't they happen in the Anglophone zone to Anglophones by Anglophones? They don't stop while picking them. May they not go for school. They don't destroy schools, destroy picking their lives. They don't kill teachers. They don't kill school picking them. Burn their exams and their certificates. Burn their ID cards them. Burn down their schools with their attestations them and the evidence of their certification inside those schools them. Burn their documents. Burn anything where they forfeit, use them for enter inside the government, like for write concours for enter for ENAM, for write concours for enter for EMIA, for B, for write concours for enter inside ERIC. Anglophone picking them, they be disadvantaged. Remember, marginalization, it means say you give opportunity for one group of people them and then deny the opportunity from another group. Now, Anglophone picking them, even the one the way they be want for write ENAM, ERIC, and enter inside government services, they no fit, even if they be want for. Why? Because they not get the qualifications, because they be lied them. Say UNESCO, it go ban school year. Many picking them, they pull themselves out of schools willingly. Many papa, they go drag their picking them for school willingly, deliberately. This one na Anglophone marginalization against Anglophone. I mean say, we Anglophones them, we deny make our picking them no go school. May they not get the foundations in life where they need them for become the next generation of elites. Okay? We Anglophones them talk say we want to sabotage the economy. We want to make our territory ungovernable. The picking them where they for school, they learn for compete in the world with the Francophones them. We carry check out from credit guns we give them, we send them for bush, they go become shit, no white last generals them, they kill them. That one, now the worst form of marginalization. Okay? At the camp. Now, picking them way, they be even want to write the concours, where they against the odds, they go study for Francophone zone. And then they decide now they get a certificate, and then against all the odds, they want to go write the concours. Today, for since 2017 till today, that picking them, they get to go write the concours for Bafusam or for Douala because they need to enter or write concours in the Anglophone zone. Why? Because Anglophones, they don't deny, make their picking, they don't get that advantage. They take away the opportunities. They take away the rights of that kingdom and the opportunities way for before that kingdom. They add additional burden for that kingdom. Now the kingdom they go write exam for town where they not be familiar with, where they talk in a language where they not be familiar with. They get to pay transport, they get to pay accommodation, they get to transact in French in order for write the same concours where their friends that write them. What are the chances? Say that Peking it go pass under those conditions. But now who it put the obstacles for that Peking in front, say make it no succeed for that concours, for enter a NAM, for enter a RIC, for enter a MIA, for enter inside government services. Now who stop it? No be Francophone man, no be Cameroon government, no be President Pobia. Now Anglophones, they do that to Anglophone picking them. Also, they picking the way they for school. Many of them today, they don't become premature mothers. They get unwanted pregnancies, and unwanted pregnancies they bring about unwanted picking them, where they no get papa, they no get mommy. Where to be the future for the Anglophone picking them where they been unwanted picking them today? They could become a burden, a problem to the society. Just give them 18 years from today when they become adults, without education, without culture, without a foundation, without an ability to earn a living. What are they going to become? Thieves. They don't get choice, and they will become a burden to the Anglophone community. Marginalization. Now who cause am? No be Francophone man. So I don't give una concrete evidence and examples of the ways them where Anglophones they marginalize Anglophones. This one, now another one. They picking them where they go over and above and beyond. It means they don't overcome all of these challenges them. They burn down their schools. They move to different town. They move to a different city. They move to Francophone zone. They continue their education. They get the O levels. They get the advanced level. And then they try for burn their certificate. They run. They carry the certificate, go with them. Finally, they go sit the concours for Yaoundé, for Douala, for Bafoussam. Wait till we Anglophones will do them. We go catch their powerful village, kill them. We'll burn their house. Say they go write concours for enter inside government. Many of themselves, if they come back in the Anglophone zone now, will kill them. So what will be the result today for 2025? Now say, despite the fact that Anglophones, they decide for start this self-inflicted suffering inside the Anglophone zone, the Francophones have just moved on. That's just a fact. Concours, they don't come out every single year for enter inside the medicine, for go study for, what do they call that college again? For Yaoundé on accused, they call them, for join, for be a medical doctor. Concours, they don't come out, Anglophones, the minority. Anglophones, they never even feature inside. Concours, they don't come out for enter B, for enter gendarme, for police. How many Anglophones they enter? Very few. Concours, they don't come out for enter ENAM. How many Anglophones they enter? Very few. Why? Because Anglophones, they marginalize Anglophones. Concours, they don't come out for ERIC, ENAM, all of these institutions, them. Anglophones, they become less than 10% of the population where they finally enter inside the administration, where they enter inside of these government exams and government institutions, where they train the future generation of elites. And for this small 10% of picking them way, they survive. And then they jump through all the obstacles the way Anglophones they put them for their way. And they make them right and they enter inside the government them. Those picking them. Now they picking them of the elites. So we don't create a situation for the Anglophone community way in the next 10 years. I mean, for 2016, when I be cry about marginalization, right? When I don't see waiting, come back in 10 years when I go see something. In 10 years' time, when we person like Pa John Gute, a time don't pass, Pa Fayingo Francis, the time go don't pass, and all these elites come up for column. So Marcha Rose, Ma Pauline, Nalova, all these people in 10 or 20 years' time, their time go don't pass. Okay, they no go still be elites. They go don't retire. Now who it could be the new crop of elites where we go feel look up to them tomorrow and we be proud. When I know who, it go be now they are picking them. You know why? Because now only these kind elites, they are picking them. They fit manage for go through all of this and still survive and still enter inside a RIC, enter inside a NAM, enter inside the government institutions. But we Anglophones then will stop what picking them. They not enter inside. Forget opportunities therefore become the next generation of elites. So we don't create a perfect situation where no Anglophone picking enough will grow from the grassroots for become elite, at least for the next 10, 20 years. Now we create them. No be Francophone man. So in the next 10 years or the next 20 years, the marginalization when I be cry about for 2016, 17, now nothing. When I go find Anglophone, then I will touch. For we appoint them as goat catcher for our village. Una no go see them. Una know why? Because they do not be educated. And the few ones the way they go inside government, where they go fit get any position for government, it go be now the current elites, they are picking them. Why way the ordinary people them, where they for fit go for Mancon, for primary school for Mancon, go for Kaz Bambly like Minister Felix Bayou and come can be minister, they no go exist. They can't pick in the way they come out like Pa John Gute, from humble beginnings, go for school for Boya, go University of Yaoundé, go study abroad, come back, enter government, work your way up, become prime minister. They no go exist. It go only be na Pa John Gute, you picking them. It go be na Ma Asheri Kilo, you picking them. It go be na the current crop of elite, they are picking them. I mean, say, even go look at, even na your mayor, think about your role model for your community, person where you look up to you, like an elite, like your mayor, like your parliamentarian, like your senator. Ask yourself, say, how he become senator, how he become parliamentarian, how he become mayor. You go see him say he get an educational background. Maybe he go for school for here, he manage get O level for here, manage get advanced level for here, he start work for here, he do this, he do that, opportunity come out, he take him. Without that educational background and foundation, enough for be that mayor, enough for be that parliamentarian, enough for be that senator. Many of them, they start now by writing concours for enter inside École Normale, ENS. What are the one for Bambly? They enter ENS just for become teacher. They teach for like 4 or 5 years. They become senior discipline master. They prove themselves. They teach for a few more years again. They appoint them for some position. They teach a few years. They appoint them vice principal for some side, principal for some side. You don't start making name for yourself. You decline up your career ladder, right? Before you want to know an opportunity come out, you enter as a councillor. After that, they elect you mayor. Now, so many of the mayors, parliamentarians, senators, them, they start by these same humble beginnings. Them. They go for school, they manage to enter for here, write ENS concours, enter government, climb the career ladder, and then become somebody tomorrow. For the past 10 years for Anglophone community, since 2017 to 2027, where they come, we have deliberately denied our Anglophone population this opportunity for create the new or the next generation of elites for the Anglophone zone. So the only people them where they don't fit succeed for secure they are picking their future for succeed than the current crops of elites. So when I know we'll get no example of Minister Felix Bayu, the minister, this way they go from humble beginnings to becoming ministers. It not going to happen for the next 10 or 20 years for Anglophone zone. Because of what? Anglophone marginalization against Anglophones. Wickedness. Pure Anglophone versus Anglophone wickedness. If you like the Tory, make sure say you match fire, you share them, make it go far and wide. If you don't like them, that one are your business. I know they just share my opinion, but I give now facts, evidence. All the things about I talk about, things the way they happen. When they say make your territory ungovernable, they say UNESCO go ban school year. Say they don't kill people then for sick. I say they go write GCE. Some picking the day where they shoot them, kill them on their way for go write GCE. That picking when I kill them could have been the next Minister Fu Callistus, could have been the next Minister Paul Tassong, could have been the next Ma Vivian Asheri Kilo, could have been the next Ma Pauline Nalova Leonga, or Ma Rose Acha Fomundam, or the next Aya Paula Bine, or the next even Joseph Weber, or the next mayor for una village. That pikin be get a future, it be get a potential, it be get dreams. Una kill him because he want for get an education. Anglophone man no get right for cry about marginalization. Because what we want to cry about for 2016 is nothing compared to what is yet to come. And this time around, we no go even feel cry because only the shame we go do we for complain about marginalization. The shame alone, it will make us we shut up. We did this to ourselves. Despite the fact say marginalization it exists, Minister Felix Bayu and all these people, I don't call their names them, Pat Joseph John Gute them, Pat Philemon Young them, all these people them, they don't come out from families the way they get big names. They don't inherit the influence. They don't inherit their titles and their positions. They work hard. They climb the career ladder right to the top. We can't deny opportunity for a whole generation of Anglophones them. Say me they don't do the same. While we Francophones, they continue, they excel. Continue for the go school, continue for the right enam, a rig, continue for the enter EMEA, continue for the mind their business they go. In 4 years' time, 5 years' time, all that picking away they enter EMEA, they don't become lieutenant colonel, they don't become something. All that picking away they enter inside a rig, enam, they enter inside even ENS, they don't become teacher for year, senior discipline master, principal for year, they don't become this and that and that. We're on picking the side in the grave. My country people then.
Let's Reason number one, my country people talk about it. Listen, whether or not you accept, my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.